Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
The Emperor's bodyguard awoke at the break of dawn, as was the norm for him these past few years. The older he got, the less he slept, and he was now at the ripe old age of 61. His bones ached more with each passing day, and he had slowed down considerably. To the average person, however, he was still a formidable fighter, huge in size, ferocious in battle, and as strong as an ox. Having one eye and terrible burns from the dragon flames of Balerion the Black Dread only added to his fearful look. The city had been in utter chaos the past few weeks, with the surprise revolt of the Rhoynish smallfolk flocking down from the north to escape the wrath of Doom, who had for some unknown reason started to attack and burn their villages and towns, which started a small protest, which rose into demands for help, which turned into a full-scale, dangerous riot. Thousands were killed, untold amounts of damage was done to the city, and in the end it took the hiring of 3 sellsword companies to bring the rebels to heel. With all the Emperor's strength in the east fighting the slavers, the city and castle was vulnerable, and whoever had planted the seeds for this riot knew and wanted to take full advantage of it. Doom had been trouble since the death of Aenys, but never like this. He had never burnt entire villages to the ground and attacked great numbers of small folk. Something didn't add up, and Blackhorn could smell foul play somewhere in all of this. It would soon be time to take Taeron off duty. The Emperor's young cousin had had the honour of the Night Guard, and would no doubt be struggling to stay awake, as was the norm for such a young pup. He was an arrogant and smug boy. More than once Blackhorn had wanted to give that pretty face of his the back of his hand. For all the sarcasm and negative demeanour within him though, there was a dark sadness that seemed to linger over him, but it wasn't for Blackhorn to question such matters. No matter what else the boy might be, he was one incredible swordsman. Blackhorn had never seen anyone move the way he did with a sword. He was untouchable in the training yard. What he lacked in size and strength he more than made up for in speed and skill, and he was ferociously loyal to his family, and especially his cousin and Emperor Astorion, so the boy had Blackhorn's respect for that. He made his way down the long spiralling staircase of the tower where his quarters were situated, worshipping the bliss of every step, for when it came to coming back the other way, Blackhorn's aging joints would ache and his breath would be faint by the time he reached the top. The climb got harder and harder with every passing day, but he would not bring this to anyone else's attention. The Emperor's enemies were everywhere. There was rats hiding in every corner of the city and fortress, and if they were even to get just a sniff of Blackhorn's weakness, his feared and respected reputation would be dented, and that would put Astorion's reign and very life into danger. As long as he had his towering Ironborn warrior by his side, no one would dare make a move on his life. Blackhorn had brought his suspicions of certain individuals forward to Princess Alaris. She thanked him for his loyalty, telling him she knew very well about these corrupt snakes hiding in human skin, and that she would do everything in her power to purge the court of them. So he said no more and did his duty, like he had for almost 30 years now, protect his emperor. Not so long after that though, the princess was removed from her council position and replaced with a man naming himself Edric Rivers. He claimed to be Blackhorn's bastard brother born on some Mallister bitch. Blackhorn remembered the woman, and he remembered her weak excuse for a son too. She was executed by his father, and the boy was banished and sent away with his even weaker sister, for they couldn't possibly be the seed of the legendary king Harren the Black. The boy should have been thankful really, for mere days later the castle was put to the flame of Aegon the Conqueror's dragon. This couldn't possibly be the same boy. Blackhorn imagined he would have been long dead or still lingering in a small folk village somewhere on the Riverlands, if he was lucky enough. This man was a huge warrior, true Ironborn, who captained a formidable fleet of longships and Ironborn warriors. The man seemed half mad and was terrifying. The man even worried Blackhorn, and nothing scared Blackhorn, not even Balerion the Black Dread, who melted and warped his father's castle of Harrenhal, the most formidable fortress Westeros had ever seen, and burnt his father, brothers, cousin and other kin to cinders. "Ah, there you are, old man," Taeron shouted at Blackhorn's approach through the great arched doorway of Astorion's great study. The boy had had books and scrolls sent from all over the known world, from Old Town in the west to Ashai in the east. Even for an illiterate like Blackhorn, it was an impressive sight. Astorion might not be the greatest warrior around, but he'd never shamed himself as a child in the training yard. He just wasn't interested in fighting. He was all about learning, and it had paid off. He was the smartest person Black Khan had ever met. He was just extremely naive and completely ignorant to what was going on around him once his head was stuck in one of his books. There was no way to get any sense out of the boy, and as much as Black Khan hated to admit it, this was causing extreme problems in the Empire. I half thought you'd passed in the night. I mean, it wouldn't be a huge shock, you old sea dog, Tehran japed, grinning that perfect smile of his. Shut your trap, you insolent pup, before I rip out that tongue of yours. Black Khan threw back. Oh, please do. All at court would be thankful to not have to listen to my cousin's foolishness, laughed Astorion. I sometimes think he'd make a better fool than a bodyguard. Most would agree, I'm sure. Your Grace, Black Khan went to one knee. Oh, come now, Black Khan, how many years have I been telling you now to stop with the kneeling? My father didn't want it from you, and neither do I. Aye, Your Grace, and as I told your father before you, you are my Emperor, and I always kneel before you. Your Grace, sorry to interrupt, you have a visitor, a young man of Valyrian birth who begs a word, broke in one of the castle guards. Can you not send him to Cerulean? Asked Astorion. He never liked doing any of this council business. No, Your Grace, your sister sent him here, telling him he must see no one else. Oh, very well, send him in, grunted Astorion. You're magnificent, bowed the man before the Emperor. Something about this man seems familiar, thought Black Khan. I am Maegor, the shame, secret, scorn, and bastard son of your father's man Brion Haenerys. I wish to pledge fealty and my sword to you and take up service in your personal guard. Your house started as bastards, and I know your great father had great respect for bastards and fine soldiers, for which I am both. I respected and looked up to the man, but was never allowed to meet him, so now that my father has gone, I swore I would come to the Conqueror's son in his hour of need. I was sent by Lord Penos and your brother Orion. They said they will be travelling to Sarmel as soon as the Ghiscar rebellion is brought to heel. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I hope you're going to enjoy this episode. So, yes, as you see from the introduction, we're still at war with the Ghiscar Empire, and everything is going to shit back at home. So, yeah, we've got our armies in Ghiscar to try and bring them to heel. Well, our brother Orion has trying to bring them to heel while we are locked. Well, Astorion is locked away, doing his research as he does. But hopefully we'll be able to end this soon. At age 51, your acquaintance Esterosa Eratis died a natural death. Oh, no. He did have children, though. Many children. So, sorry that your character has died, but his name lives on with 4 children, some of them grown up, who have had children of their own. So, yeah, that family name is going to carry on for many generations, hopefully. Every night, ever since he was given it, my son Aenys has been sleeping with his dragon egg, but it has remained cold. Not a good sign that our son is not going to hatch his dragon egg. Not good at all, but never mind, these things happen. Still plenty of dragons in our army, so we'll see. What's that? Seeks to replace, has called in favour. Seeks to kill. Okay, so people are trying to kill the Spy Master. They're probably the Vaekar loyalists that are trying to kill them, because obviously people have got it really in for those people. They're fed up now. Obviously we had a huge revolt in the last episode, a peasant revolt, caused by Doom attacking the Roynish civilizations. Let him rot for now. We will try disallow it but take no further action. We'll try and follow this army round to Astapor and dispose of them as quickly as we can. Let him rot. And we'll land our other armies here to try and take Old Gis whilst we track down those 9,000 men. We want to try and take care of this as quickly as possible, because Orion wants to get back home. I don't know why Astorion is back in charge. He shouldn't be. No, I can't afford to lose him right now, so we'll leave that. Okay, so we've ended the war with the Dothraki, which is good. We've just got to track these down in Slaver's Bay. Pay his ransom. Okay. Yeah, I accept your offer. 10 gold. May as well let him go for a little bit of gold. Every little helps. I think he's doing a fine job. Thank you. Sorry to disappoint, but awesome. The work in Sarmel is now finished. That is awesome. It's now completely finished its upgrading. Since I am such a diligent person, I make sure that everything is as good as it can be. Well, I'm not sure about that, Astorion. When it comes to my fighting men, I can focus on one of two things. More soldiers of the goal, the morale. The morale. So maybe Astorion's turning a corner, though, if he's got the diligent trait. Who knows? There may be some hope for Astorion yet. He may pull his finger out, get his head out of those books, and start being the emperor that he needs to be for this magnificent empire. He really does need to grow up now. Okay, so we're going to destroy this army once more, this slave army, which will hopefully take our war score up a little bit. Victory, yes. We have tidings from Malak, where Arlix and Urquez met enemies in a duel. They fought each other fearlessly, but Arlax prevailed in the end, forcing Enrix to yield and handing him over to you as a prisoner. Well played, Arlax Ferrandon. Love that guy. He is our brother-in-law by marriage, obviously. He is married to our older sister. Right, let's get Yunkai. Actually, no, let's go take that 14,000 Ghiscari army out that's over here, and then we will start sieging Yunkai and Marine. But with our other Illyrian forces, yeah, we'll just keep sieging Gis. We've got a decent supply line there, so things are going well there. They're also at war with Karth, I've noticed, the slavers, so that's only going to aid us. Karth have got some strange land, haven't they? Obviously, you've got the Red Waste, but they've got a little bit of land, so they've probably got quite a lot of men. They've got a lot of money, so they could probably hire a lot of sellsword. Oh, 3,000 men and 14,000. 16,000. They've got a river crossing. That could be interesting. We've got... Why is Astorion still in charge? It's okay. I think we're going to win, though. You study the celestial spheres of progress. Oh, your studies of the celestial spheres are progressing well. You see movements and relationships that you never dared guess at. It seems to you now that the laws that guide the movement of the stars must also be reflected on the Earth in some way. And what is Earth? +1 learning. Wow, our learning must be pretty impressive now. 37. That's about the highest learning I think I've ever had. We are going to win this battle. Ah, yeah, the 3,000's retreating. That's okay then. We can go take care of those as well. Another peasant revolt going on back in Westeros, which is good. It keeps Aegon the Conqueror busy and stops him from looking east, which we definitely do not want. I'll pay the interest on behalf of my courtier. Right, can we catch up with them? Yes, we can. So we'll take out that army. We're at 60% now. Have we sieged Gis yet? No, but almost. The Lyseni are also here to back us up, which is good. They've stayed loyal. A lot of people are still loyal to us. Most of the people around the North Valyria Penisphere are loyal, as well as the Volantine and the Lyseni, as they obviously are very, very Valyrian. We may as well assault this siege because it's only a few hundred. We've only got to wait a few days. We may as well while we're here. There we go. And then we'll siege it again for 67. Why not? Get the war score. Easy war score here. 13. Easy war score. And there we go. We'll march on to Marine, get that under siege, take out those Marinese soldiers while we're at it. Okay, there's 1,000 men there. The leader has jumped ship, though. And he has gone back home, which is perfect. Yes, it's my duty that we will help them against the Dothraki here. The Dothraki needs sorting out as well. We've got so many things that need sorting out as soon as possible, but just got to wait for now, which is very frustrating. We do need to get back to those men who are trying to take New Gis back. That will be our next move once we've sieged Marine. 34 defenders. Okay, assault. Yeah, go for it. 15,000 men now, though, so we've not 20,000. We're not got enough now, so we'll just get Yunkai under one siege and Astapor, and then work our way back down to New Gis. We do need some better commanders in charge here. Do we have anybody? Oro, may as well put you in charge of one flank. And do we have anyone else? No, because Blackhorn has to stay back home to defend the Emperor. I'm just going to let that work its way down. There's no point risking losing men. Okay. Can we siege Yunkai? Okay, for whatever reason, no, we can't. What about Astapor? That's a gardener. That's a gardener bloke there. Army of the Reach. Army of Lord Mern. Okay, I don't know what the hell they're doing over here. That's interesting. I'm gonna... Sorry guys, but I'm going to go and check what the hell's happening there. Can we go and have a look at the gardeners and see what they're up to? Ah, yeah, the Florents are in charge, aren't they, in High Garden now? claimants, the gardeners. So where are Poe in the Exile? The Iron Sheet. Oh, okay. So they're over here. Interesting. Very interesting. The gardeners are... There's an interesting thing for you guys. You could make a gardener person who has come to join us, but we probably don't need to. We've already got the gardeners, but you could think of an idea to help integrate them into the story so that the gardeners are now exiles. We've got a lot of exiles. We've already got a Horde. We've got a Varandan. We've got a lot of Westerosi exiles who have come over the sea. You are sure you have made a breakthrough in your studies? Yes, it cannot be otherwise. The Earth is round and it revolves around the sun. How little we know of the universe. I will publish my findings. Oh, shit. No, I will not publish my findings because that won't go too well. I will stop with this achievement plus 2 learning. Yeah, perfect. That sounds perfect to me. Have we nearly sieged this now? Yes, almost. So Orion will be able to head back home soon. Can we siege this? 5,000 defenders. We'll stay there then and get it under siege. Why not? A son was born to Blackon Hor and Illyrio Nogaris named Torbund. Oh, wicked. So he's had another son. That's his 4th son. There you go, Khan. Love Blackon Hor. One of my favourite characters that have been created by you guys, by Khan. One of my loyal subscribers. Been here from the very beginning. Also a member of the Discord server. Don't forget that we do have a Discord server, guys. For those of you who have not joined yet. Alex is doing a fine job. He's going nowhere. But yeah, I'd love for more of you to join. Really enjoy it in there. We've got a great community. A lot of Game of Thrones talk. A lot of Crusader Kings 2 talk in there. And all manner of other things. So yeah, I think you guys would really enjoy it. Right, I've got 78% war score. I think if we go over there and take out that Myronese army with the leader there, we could win. So let's board these men. Let's sail over. We'll take the bigger island of New Gis first. I'll arrange a reward for Cerulean. A message to a plot by our sister. We'll leave that for now. I don't want to join that. Okay, there's 1,000 men there, but if we can get our men to land here and take... Okay, the Carthena there to take them out. Our 20,000 men are there. Let's get it under siege quickly. We've also got Astapor under siege. We won't assault that just yet. Let's forward things along a bit. We don't want this war to drag on for too long. Okay, more of the Volantine armies are joining our aid as well now that their little civil war has ended. Obviously, we had our civil war in the last episode. Well, a revolt caused by Doom burning down Roynish villages up the Rhoyne, so people were flocking into Sarmel, and that didn't end well at all. News from Illyria. Your Imperial Majesty, a new dragon has entered the world. Illyrio has apparently successfully hatched one and has named the he-dragon Ziragon. That's a cool name, Ziragon. Yeah, this is Orion's bastard son, Illio. He's had a bastard son, so he's got 2 wives, and he's had a bastard son with... Who has he had you with? Your parent. Oh, no, that's my son. Oops. Clicked on the wrong child. There we go. Who is your parent? The Storm Singer of Illyria. So he's got 2 wives, and then he's knocked up the Priest of Illyria. Fair enough, Orion. We've just brought a new book. Another book to add to his massive library of books back in Sarmel. We really need to try and get a story on into shape, or I do worry for the future of this empire. But every royal family has their bad kings and bad emperors at some point, and that's what makes for more interest. It's always more interesting to read and learn about the bad rulers or the cruel rulers than the ones who ruled well their whole reign. Put him in a secure dungeon cell, right. Still quite a way off getting that under siege. Let's whip the ships around to Astapor to pick up our other men here once we do get Astapor under siege. We're now at 63% again, which is quite annoying. Ah, okay. Let's assault. I think we can win that. That was a bad move. That was a very bad move. Right, let's get back on the ships and go take out these armies instead. Right. I think we can almost win the Astapor siege, though. I rose from bed. I found a small bundle of documents that had been slipped beneath my bedroom door. The documents contained evidence of Lady Sierra's plans to depose me and seize the throne. Who even are you? Ah, okay. A great priestess. I must have her arrested. Yeah, straight away. Send Blackharn in. Blackharn will take care of her. There we go. Astapor is now under siege. Right, get on the ships, please. You take care of those 1,000 men there. Is there any more around here? Not really. Most of these are armies now coming to our aid. There isn't any dangerous yet. Just crown loyalists by our brother, which is awesome. It's very good to see. Always good to see a crown loyalist faction in your favour. Oh, Velen Asterios has died. Attending chamber business, a 2-year-old. It's worrying, isn't it? Very worrying. Right, let's get back on the ships. Where to next? Okay, we've got 4,000 men over there. Oh, how many were there? 1,000. Let's swing these ships back round. And try and take care of these men here. Where are you? Can you dock your men in Gis as well? We'll join forces and take care of that army there. Should be able to take care of this war pretty soon now. Right. Take care of that Miranese army. Or is it Yunkai? Miranese. Yeah, I thought that was a Miranese. I always get mixed up between the three cities. We've got a hell of a lot more men, so we'll crush that. Prince Damon is most uncooperative. He's not responding very well to my tuition. He doesn't seem to listen and his skills have regressed, if anything. Gluttonous. That's the only trait he's got. Well, you're not living up to your brother's traits. Wow, look at him. He's got amazing traits for a 7-year-old. This is the guy we want to be king in the future. Or emperor. Guy's crazily good. Stock our other ship. Lord Freeholder, a Jirabar of Little Valeria, is trying to usurp my title. His Imperial Justifier, Jalaso, is supposedly travelling around Sarmel trying to find both documents and supporters to help him legitimise a claim on the title. I need to do something about it. Make him disappear. Try to bribe him. Leave it for now. Astorion is a wimp, and Cerillion's not going to be bothered. He's probably sowing the dissent. The pressure of life no longer seems so overwhelming. I am not stressed anymore. Awesome. That's always good news. Got our 8,000 men here. Let's just keep sieging that. Let him rot. We're at 75% war score now. Almost there. Almost there. Is there any armies? Right, there's a 2,000 Astapor army there. Let's send these 18,000 men to take care of them. While we siege this... Where is the Emperor himself? He's gone into hiding now, has he? You wimp. Getting too hot for him now, so he's decided to go into hiding. So that's going to make things a little bit harder, but Rhaegal is improving his swordplay, which is awesome to hear. He's got the making of a great Emperor. It's a shame that he's like 5th in line or something, 6th in line, something like that. But maybe in the future. Come on, catch that armor. Yeah, we're going to catch it. 2,000 men. Aha! Yunkai army up here. Are Yunkai not involved in this war now, then? No, they're in their own war at the moment. So why are we struggling to take Gis so much? Okay, we've almost took that other part. We'll just keep sieging stuff and winning battles, and eventually we'll take everything back. Let's take this area here. That was an easy siege to take. Most of it's already under siege. Is there any men up in Marine? Not really. A merchant specialising in rare books and scrolls has arrived in Gis seeking an audience. He has learnt of your enthusiasm for reading and other learned pursuits and is offering you the chance to purchase one of his wares. Yes, I will buy it. Jade Companium. Let's get Ghiscar Point under siege. We'll just get everything under siege and eventually we will win this war. It's already been going on for like 5-6 years, which is not good. We want to try and get this war over as soon as possible, really. And don't forget, guys, about the Warg King series. It's coming soon. Well, tomorrow. The first episode should be up tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. And looking at the responses on the trailer for that season, the responses were very good and a lot of you are excited for that, which makes me even more excited that I've picked a series that you guys are going to enjoy. Obviously, it's going to be very, very different from this one. This is like, it's going to be very magical and mystical like this one, as obviously we're playing as a warg, but where we've probably seen the world of fire. The world of ice and fire is fire in this series. We're going to be looking more at the ice side of things in the War King. We're going back to the ancient days of the first men. There's no Andals or anything in Westeros yet. It is completely first men only. Right, we'll siege that when we get a chance. Yeah, that Yunkai army's not getting involved in the slightest. Let's bring our armies. We'll siege that, actually. We should be able to win that siege yet. And again, just get that easy war score on our way down. Yep. Now let's go get Gis, and then we'll join the armies together and sail over for New Gis. Is this prick still in hiding? Yes, he's still in hiding. You complete and utter wimp. Rebel leader. Excellent. Some more people taking up arms in our favour, which is always good. Dua, the wife of Prince Mambasar of Mulu, has been spending a few days in Sarmela. It's been a very nice experience meeting her. Maybe our people are not different after all. I will write to her. We could be friends. Okay, that's awesome. Make some new friends. How are we doing in this siege? Not great, really. But we're going to have to wait and just slowly wind it down. Okay, we're now at 91% war score. We've took Gis. Let's load onto the ships and go and take the last area that we need to take. Let's go and try and take the main island here. Once we do that, that's surely got to give us enough war score to end this stupid war once and for all and take back our lands in Slavers Bay. We're now known as Emperor Storion the Dragon as well, which is interesting. I'm surprised that we've managed to get ourselves that nickname. As yeah, it's very interesting. That's not the nickname I expected us to get, if I'm honest. Right, if we dock there, we're going to end up getting into a war with the bloody Carthene, though, which is not what I want. Maybe we won't, actually. By the looks of it, we might not. We might be okay. Okay, so Aegon the Conqueror's attempt to colonise somewhere has gone to pot. 91%. Come on, let's just get this under siege and end this war, because I'm getting frustrated with this war now, and I'm excited to get Orion and Norris, Penos and everyone involved back in the capital. That's going to be really exciting to see. I cannot wait for that. Right, let's, yeah, okay, we're just going to siege this. This shouldn't take too long. Let's forward things along quickly. Yeah, I'll arrange a gift. 18 coins. Keeps people happy, doesn't it? A peasant revolt going on back in Westeros. That's only good. That's always good news for us. Where's the rest of our men gone? We've only got 8,000 men now. We've lost a lot of men. A merchant specialising in rare books and scrolls has arrived in Gorn, seeking an audience. He has learnt of your enthusiasm for reading and other learned pursuits. He is offering you the chance to purchase one of his wares. Yes, the red book. Awesome. Another book for our treasurer. Got a hell of a lot in there now. 17,000 men. Come on, let's just finish this off. Okay, we're at 100% war score. When did that happen? I did not see that pop up. Offer peace, enforce demands. Yes. Oh. Thank God that's over. That was such a pain in the arse. It just went on forever and ever and ever. Claim on the Ghiscar war has ended. The Emperor Sorion of North Valyria won. Awesome. Right, now we've got a lot of stuff going on. A new house has risen. Okay, so all new leaders have took over in all of the places. Master of Astapor. The war has been won. Our enemies' armies have been crushed, and the loyalist forces have been defeated. Good Master Yarkaz has... Once your opponent has been brought before you to hear your judgment, send him to the dungeon. May rebel. Leave him be. The war has been won. Our enemy armies have been crushed. Who are you? King Grazdon Zo Grazdan. One of your opponents has been brought. I want all their heads on a pike. I will judge their family. I want all their heads on a pike, because this is Orion doing this. He would kill all of them. Many of Grazdon Zo Grazdan's kingsmen have fled into exile, so I shall issue a decree declaring them enemies of the realm. The war has been won. Our enemies' armies have been crushed, and the loyalist forces have been defeated. Leave him be. Leave him be. We've put them in line. I don't want them rebelling. We don't need any more of these wars. Your Imperial Majesty, Prince Grazdanzo Grazdan has been brought from his cell for execution. How shall he be dispatched? What would Orion do to him? Trample him with elephants? He will be beheaded, he will be hanged, feed him to my dragon. Well, it's going to do it as Astorions, isn't it? So he would just be beheaded. All bow before his excellency, Astorion of House Vaekar, the first of his name, Emperor of the Gulf of Grief, Master of Marine, Astapor and Yunkai, Ruler of Sarmel and heir to the Ghiscari Empire. All bow before the Emperor. Right. So, that's that over with. Finally, right, let's disband all of these men here. Let's disband our ships as well, and let's get things back to normal finally. North Valyria's are now looking more impressive. Now it's just the matter of sorting out this mess back home, which is going to be one hell of a mess. Orion is going to come home and he's not best pleased. He's got to travel home first though. So I'm thinking we'll probably start the next episode with a point of view from Orion, or maybe Nori Penos, rather than the main characters I like to. It's just like we did Black Calm for Astorion instead, didn't we? So it'd be interesting to do it as him. Okay, all new leaders have took control everywhere. Right, there we go. North Valyria is now looking in much better shape. We do own these areas just because they're having their own little civil war over something. Right, what's going on in Mir? Okay, they're at war. Still gonna say, because we do own Mir. One title can be created. Create Kingdom of Volantis. Yeah, okay, create. Emperor Sora and the Dragons created the title Kingdom of Volantis. Okay, why not? Special title actions. Enslave Nate. No, we don't want to do that. We could colonize some more areas, though, at some point. I'll leave that for now. We will have a little look around. That's a point. I don't think... Did I introduce the character at the beginning of the episode? I don't think I introduced him, did I? Sorry if I did, I forgot because of all this war. But yeah, this is Magar Haenerys, Brion Haenerys' bastard son. If I'm going over this again, I do really apologise. But yeah, obviously you learn a lot about him. He's a bastard and a great soldier, but he's also very clever, very strong, very brawny, very attractive. He's scarred, a duelist, a hunter, proud, wrath, envious, brave, ambitious, honest, diligent, and a drunkard. But he is also going to help us reclaim our home. The war has ended. Do you wish to reappoint the... Yes, reappoint the old council because obviously Cerulean is still in charge. I will order him to stand down. I'll just allow it this once, let him get on with it. Right, but at least things are looking a lot healthier now. Right, we could do with colonising this land here and taking it off the Dothraki. Declare war, colonisation of... Yes, colonisation of this area here. They will surely honour their obligations just to get control of this little bit of land here, because it's literally in the middle of our... We can't have Dothraki travelling from one area to another by coming through our territory, so we've got to take that. This bit here just annoys me. It really annoys me, the border. I've got all lease up here, and then there's this little bit here that's lease, and it's really frustrating. It probably frustrates me more than it should do. Have we got any titles that we can give away? What titles do we actually have? We have the Lordship of New Gis, Lordship of Sarmel, High Lordship of New Gis, Kingdom of New Gis, Kingdom of North Valyria, Kingdom of Volantis, Empire of Ghiscar. Right, well, we'll give Kingdom of Volantis to the freeholder of Volantis. Kingdom of Volantis. Oh, or should we do that? We'll keep it for now, because that's a large area that we're in charge of. Oh, I forgot to disband the ships over here. And those ships there. I do want to give this to somebody else though. New Gis. Who do we give New Gis to? Cerulean was obviously eyeing it up, but Orion has took control of it. So who would Orion now give that land to? It's going to need a strong, firm hand. Is there someone in his council that's a strong, firm hand who will be able to take care of that? I do know someone actually that I quite would like to give it to, but I don't think they're in our court. I can't remember whose court they are in. They should have been in Orion's court, so I don't know where they've got to. Is he in Nori Penos' court, maybe? Where have they got to? Not sure. Where are the Asturises gone? Because that's who I want to give it to, but I'm not sure where they've gone. We've already seen that they are around still, because we've just seen that their lord died, so I think I want to give it to them. We could just give it to our brother for now. He's got it. We'll grant it to him because he's claimed it for himself. So the Kingdom of New Gifts and lower titles send. There we go. That is now Orion's because he has took it. So we'll leave him to do with what he wants to do with that. Prince Orion of North Valyria. Okay. But I think we'll end this episode here. We've took care of Ghiscar, which is what we wanted to do. And in the next episode, it's Sarmel. It's time for our brother to come back home. And our brother and our two sisters, as well as all of Amy's loyal followers, who most of them are now very old men. But don't let that fool you. They are still incredible warriors. And now they've got to purge the courts of the rats who are there. But that could bring on its own problems. We'll find out next time. Please let me know what you thought of this episode down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new here. Please let me know what you think of the POVs at the beginning of the episodes. If you don't enjoy them, let me know. If you do enjoy them, obviously I'll carry on doing them. I'm enjoying making them. Just try and add a bit more lore and a bit more story to it. Make it a bit more interesting for you guys. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you very soon for the next episode. Actually, I'll see you tomorrow for episode 1 of The Warg King.